Hi, Stampers. It's Lori Staley, Addicted Stamper with Stampin' Up. It is Tuesday night, a few minutes after 8. YouTube and Zoom didn't want to play nicely together again tonight, so I had to do a little manipulating to be able to come live with you. But I am here, and I am hoping that some of you will be hopping on with me. If you do, make sure you say hi. Let me know you're here. I am a Stampin' Up demonstrator outside of Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, and I've been with Stampin' Up for over 18 years now. Hi, Emmy. Hi, Carol. Yay, you found me. Hi, Tina. You found me. You found me. That's good. I wasn't sure. I almost thought I was going to have to go back over to Facebook because it was not letting me connect to my account here in YouTube land. So I'm glad we were able to get on. So how is everyone this evening? Hopefully you're doing well. It was a nice afternoon here in South Central Pennsylvania. Hi, Debbie. How are you? All right, so just a couple of things to start out with. The last chance sale continues right through the end of the month. There's a lot of things that have sold out. I'm actually stunned at how much has sold out, but there's still lots of good stuff left, and there's still lots of good discounts available for you to grab. So if you've not placed your last chance order, make sure you do so. I don't want you to be disappointed. I'm afraid that you might be, though, because like I said, a lot of things have actually sold out. So that's kind of cool in one regard and sad in another regard. So, okay. And then what else is still going on? Oh, I know there is still available the designer series paper. I just ordered some more last night. Hey, Betty, thank you for sharing. Oh, Golf and Mary. Okay. Hey, that's cool. Yep. I'm very familiar with Camp Hill. I'm there quite often. It's not that far from me. So that's very cool. And you're in Florida now. Oh, I'm a little jealous. I'm a little jealous. Although I think my husband wants to go to Arizona when the time comes. So we'll see. But yes, so the designer paper for the Waves of the Ocean is still available. You can still grab that. And of course, the stamp set and the bundle are still available as well. Those are carrying into the new annual catalog. So that's exciting. And if you do not have a demonstrator that you're working with and you need a Stampin' Up catalog, let me know, reach out to me, and we can see what we can do to help you get your hands on one of those, okay? I have this cute card that we made last week, and I know Easter Sunday, so I promise this will go in the mail tomorrow to the winner, and the winner is Tina. Tina Simpson, you are the winner of this card. So congratulations. Please forgive me. My life is a little crazy right now. If I do not have your address, but I think I do. I think you just sent it to me, right? So if not, just shoot it to me, but I will go back and look because I think you did send it to me last week in my on my Facebook page. So there you go. That's going to be headed your direction. And then I want to show you these pretty cards. These are what I call my just cards, and I do 5 new cards every month for just cards. You earn these kits for free, or you can purchase them. Right, Emmy, I agree. Hey, Corinne. You earn them with a minimum $30 product order on my website using this month's host code, which, let me slide these down, is right here. Okay, that's my April host code. There's my website. With a minimum $35 or $30 product order, you can earn the card kits. I do ask for postage if you're long distance, but you can do a local porch pickup if you're local to me. And then you also get a color PDF with step-by-step instructions. And if you are local, there is a in-person class that you can attend and put your cards together. In some cases, you do have some stamping to do, like on this one. If you don't have that stamp, you can absolutely substitute something you do have. This I die cut from the paper, so all you'll need is a greeting. Same way with this, the designer paper does all the work for us here. Oh, thanks, Emmy. And then here again, just a greeting. We even do the embossing as we're prepping the kits for you, so you don't have to worry about that. And then this is the On the Horizon paper. Now this pattern might be different on your card. because there's only so many of the same pattern in each pack, but it will be similar. And then you would just need some birds and a greeting on that as well. So there we go. That's how you get those kits. And that goes through the end of April. So April 30th. All right. Tonight, and maybe you know this trick, but tonight I want to teach you something with our amazing die cutting machine. And we are going to be playing with Dahlia Days, which is a bundle, $55.75 for the bundle, in the current mini catalog that runs through June. And these are the dies, and I've not put these on a magnetic sheet yet, as you can see. And we're specifically going to play with this really cool piece right here. I'll show you what that looks like as a cutout. I haven't, the card that I made with it, I actually gave to someone, but I have an extra. So you can see that's how it looks if you were to cut it out of a piece of designer series paper and mount it onto a piece of basic white. It's very, very pretty. Lots of detail in there. We're going to do something a little different with it tonight. And stick around to the end, because while I created this card a few weeks back, before I had my hot little hands on any of the new products, which if you didn't see my unboxing, I did an unboxing over on my Facebook page on Sunday night. So you can go over there. That is Lori Staley, Stampin' Up demonstrator. You can check that out over there and see what we did. So we just are using thick basic white for our card base. We're going to bring in 2 layers. Well, 1 layer actually. This is just soft succulent that we're going to put on there. And then I'm bringing in some fresh freesia. But what we're going to do with the fresh freesia, we're going to put our die on here. We're actually going to emboss this cardstock with our dies. How many of you know how to do this? Have you done this? Have you embossed with your dies before? So I am going to bring my big machine in. It's going to take up most of my desk space. So give me 1 second here to grab that and bring it over. Usually I try to keep that off my work surface because it just consumes it and it shakes the camera when I use it, right? But we are going to do this cool technique. So the first thing you need is you need your platform, just plate 1, right? Don't you love how our plates are numbered now? Makes it really easy. And then it tells you on the bed of the platform what your sandwiches are for your different types of folders or dies, right? So we're going to use plate 1. We are going to put a cutting pad on there, and I've got brand new cutting pads. Look, I've already spent a lot of time with them, but they are brand new. We're going to put that down. We're going to take 2 pieces of scrap paper, and this is just very vanilla cardstock, right? I went with that because it's a little bit thinner. Okay, so we're going to lay those down. And then you know that I talk about the value of this silicone pad, which is one of the more inexpensive tools in the catalog, right? But the workhorse that it is in your studio. First of all, none of the adhesives, not the seal, not the Tombow liquid glue, not the tear and tape. What am I forgetting? None of the adhesives will stick to this. They will, once they're dry, you can just rub them off, or if it's the seal, you can rub it off. You also use this when you want to do reverse stamping with the Stamparatus. I've shown you that on an earlier video. We're going to use it tonight as our embossing pad, if you will. So we're going to lay that down over top of our scrap paper. I've got my die right here on my cardstock, and I'm going to lay that down. Now, I'm not going to run that through straight on. First of all, it could warp my die. Secondly, it can also absolutely warp your plates over time because you're putting all that pressure right at the edge, right? And then we're going to grab the other plate. And I'm going to try not to shake the table very much, but I'm sure I will. Oh, good. All right. So all you do And I know, like the first time I did this, I'm like, I am convinced that when I come out the other side, I'm going to have cut through my silicone pad, right? Let me show you that first. Not a mark on it. How cool is that? Not a mark on it. So again, to review, plate 1 or your platform, cutting pad, some scrap paper. Now, I find that putting the scrap paper on top of the cutting pad works for me. You might decide you want to put it underneath. Every machine is different. So you can play with the sandwich a little bit, and then your silicone pad, and then your cardstock with your die, and then another plate on top. Okay, that's the sandwich to do this. And this will work with any of your dies. Hi, Vicki. Oh, you had to move your mom in with you. Oh, well, that's great that you have that opportunity to do that. And then check out our piece of cardstock. Isn't that beautiful? It did not cut through, but we have that beautiful impression, and deep. It's a really deep impression too. I love, love, love that. All right, so we do have to be careful. I do not recommend taking your adhesive, unless you're using like combo liquid glue or something like that. I would not take your adhesive and run it across here because it is so deeply embossed, right? So what I tend to do is I take the piece that I'm going to mount it to, and I put my adhesive on there. And I stay in from my edges, of course, right? So that I'm sure my layer of fresh freesia is going to cover all that adhesive. And then I mount that way. Because guaranteed, if you try to put the glue on the back, because it is embossed, as I said, real nice and deep, it's going to tear it. Right. I mean, that stuff is really strong. Even just the regular seal is strong, and it will eventually just kind of pick up a piece of that and take it right along with it. So then I have some of the beautiful soft succulent shimmer ribbon. Isn't this pretty? And it is so soft. It's like satin. We're going to run that across the bottom. It reminds me, I had a favorite ribbon. I just ran out of seal. I laugh because I think it happens every time practically that I'm on with a live event. So let me grab the replacement, which now I have them positioned right behind me. And you always want to make sure you take off any of the glue that may have accumulated on the nose. You get great glue dots this way, right? You can keep those, put them on the glue dot roll, and you've got an extra glue dot. As crafters, we don't waste anything. This poor applicator has seen a lot of wartime the way it looks. It's a mess. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and we're going to get that started. There we go. We're gonna put our ribbon on here. And I'm not sure which way I like. I think we're going to go this way. I think I like that orientation. You can decide when you're doing yours. But yes, my favorite ribbon that Stampin' Up! I think ever had was the white satin that had the gold or the silver metallic edging. Anybody remember that ribbon? I loved that ribbon. I was so sad when they retired that. It had a good run though. It stayed with us for a couple of years. And this card is going to open on the side, which is a little bit different. I like to do that. I like to mix up how my cards open, right? So this one's gonna open up on the side, and we're gonna just pat that down a little bit so we have some good adhesion. Oops. Now I did do some more of the die cutting in advance, simply because I didn't want to take all of your time in stamping and die cutting. So, but I am going to do the flower that is in Dahlia Days. It confuses me, right? Because we had that delicate dahlia for celebration. I think it was, when was that? That just not this last one, but the one before. The color I'm using here. So here so far we have soft succulent and fresh freesia and basic white. And I'm going to add some gorgeous grape in there. Isn't that flower gorgeous? Literally, that's not a pun. I just think that's really pretty. And I'm going to grab the coordinating die. The nice thing about this die set is you get 2 of the flower. So if you're wanting to cut 2 at a time, you can absolutely do that because they provided 2. The small flower that's in there, you've got a couple of those as well. So you can do multiples of those all at the same time. And I love it when Stampin' Up does that because it just reduces the length of time, right, to create the card. Now here is, we'll see if I can figure it out today. These petals just seem to point out a little broader. There's a bigger distance between them. So I usually start right in that area and try to line up with what I think looks like the ones that are separated more on the die. And actually that worked out pretty well tonight. So right there is our die cut. Okay, so I'm not going to bring the machine back in, but I am going to go take this over here and do this die cut real quick. And then I think I have everything else already die cut for us. As you can tell, I am a purple girl. If you watch me consistently, you probably already know that. I like me purples. I'm going to grab my Post-it note tape. That helps hold my piece in place, especially when, well, don't really need it if you're not die cutting a stamped image, but boy, it does help make sure that the die doesn't slip around on you when you are die cutting a stamped image. All right. And then it just pulls off ever so nicely. And there is our pretty flower. And let me pull in the other pieces that I did in advance so we can build our flower with its leaves. So I use soft succulent for the greenery. And I'm going to cheat and just put seal all over the back of my flower so I can position those petals the way I want them to be. Or those greens, I should say, not the petals. I do love the gorgeous grape with this. And here's my story on myself. I'm telling on myself now. So I try, because you just never know what's going to happen, right? And I try to keep myself far in advance, you know, no more than a month usually, but with designing for my lives and everything, because you never know, right? Nobody expected my mom to pass away and take me out of commission for weeks, if not a month. So I had done this one previously, designed this previously. I could not figure out what color that was. I tried every color, and then I finally went, all right, I'm going to try Gorgeous Grape, and that was what I had originally used. So note to self, make notes to myself, right? So we've got our greens on there. I'm going to grab some dimensionals, and we're going to pop that baby up. And I like to, and it might be hard to see white on white, I like to put my dimensionals over where the stems of the greenery comes into the flower, because then I am sure that nothing is going to escape or fall off. Hey, Donna. So, okay, I want to ask this question because, you know, I don't know the answer. So I'm going to ask you guys. When you come to see me when I'm live and you come to my channel, is it not showing in my feed? Can anybody tell me the answer to that? I'm going to put that on right there, like so. Okay. And then I also did the label with the gorgeous grape that's in the kit. And we're going to grab the soft succulent for this one. Do you do that too, Betty? That's good, right? It does help hold everything in place. Because, you know, when it goes through those postage machines, whew, it does a number on them. It really does. Okay, am I staying in camera for y'all? This says, thank you for your kindness. This stamp is actually in the Dahlia Days stamp set. Love that. That I'm going to mount just flat. Oh, thank you, Tina. See, I used scrap. That was one of the colors I was trying. It wasn't working for me. Okay. Then I have the cute little, tiny little flowers from in the set. And I'm going to grab that gorgeous grape again. Since this is a thank you card, I usually leave my thank you cards blank inside so that I can personalize the message for whatever the situation is. Okay. So it's kind of like its own little world. Yeah, I know. I mean, I can hear my notification in Facebook when I'm live. I'm live for like 3 minutes or 4 minutes, and then all of a sudden it says I'm live. So you gotta love technology, right? So there is the card, but we're going to do one more thing. I've got some elegant faceted gems here. And these are really cool. Now, these I think are in the annual catalog. And you get clear and you get like a petal pink. And then, and I know the camera's probably not going to pick this up. You get these that are almost frosted. They're really pretty and they're really, really sparkly. The clear are sparkly too. Well, they're all sparkly. But this one just seems to have a little extra sparkle. So we're going to take some of those and we're going to add some accents. And there's 2 sizes. So you have large and small. And these are actually carrying over these embellishments. So that's really cool. We have a really nice assortment of embellishments in the new catalog. So there, we just added a little bit of bling because every card's got to have a little bit of bling, right? And then on the inside, as I said, I just leave this blank so that I can customize for whatever my thank you occasion might be. Now, after, as I was prepping the box today to make sure I had everything, I thought, gee, I did make this card a few weeks ago before I had anything. So I wonder if they'd like to see it in colors. Would you like to see it in some of the new in colors? I'm going to let you decide on that. Put that back in the center. Because I did go ahead and put one together for you with the new in colors. Yes, yes, bling, bling. Yes, we like our bling, don't we? It's crazy how much we like our bling. Of course you would. Okay, good, 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 good. So here you go. Now I have to tell you, I showed both of these cards to my husband and he was like, I love this one. I like this one. It's purple. This one, but boy, this one does pop at you, doesn't it? I mean, it just comes right up to you. So I really tried to just mimic the entire card using the in colors, right? So the layout and everything is the same. Used the same embellishments. How cool is that, right? But this is, of course, done on basic white, again, thick basic white. Parakeet Party and Orchid Oasis and Sweet Sorbet. Those are the 3 in colors. And then this is the new metallic ribbon, which is really pretty, but it's thin. So I don't know if I can separate it or not. I ran it across twice to give it a little bit more weight and thickness. So there you go. That's in the new in colors. If you haven't seen the in colors yet, there they are. I stamped those for my catalog my catalog, my new order, pre-order unboxing. Those are the words I'm looking for. Parakeet Party, Sweet Sorbet, Orchid Oasis, Tahitian Tide, Starry Night. Really bright, really pretty colors. I mean, this is a party right there in and of itself, right? So those are the colors. I am doing an in color club again with two options, and I will post a link under this video as soon as I have it set up that I can give you somewhere to go to see the information. But anyway, yeah, wow, yes, it is a wow. It does definitely jump out at you. So which one's your favorite, this or that? The new colors are fabulous, aren't they? They really are. And we don't have colors like that. You know what I mean? That Parakeet Party kind of reminds me of Lemon Lime Twist from back in the day. If you've been around as long as I have, you might remember that. The blue, you like this one, Emmy? Mm-hmm. And it's funny because that does look blue right up until you hold it up against a blue, and then it is so purple. You like this? Yeah. This one's probably my preference. I do like the colors. I think they're beautiful. And as I said, they go so well together, but I am more a subtle, soft girl versus the bold and the bright. So this was taking me out of my comfort zone, which is always good. But there you go. Hopefully you will try that embossing technique with your dies, because my goodness, it just opens up a whole new world of opportunity and increases the value of your investment in the dies, right? So give it a try. Remember that sandwich. You can always come back here and look at the video to see it. I will put the measurements and everything up underneath the video in a little while. Give me about an hour or so, and I'll have that up for you, along with links to my shop and, you know, all that kind of stuff. And it'll have the measurements in it as well as the supplies that I used. So you'll be able to copy this card if you would like. You're a jewel tone person. Yeah, the Regals, that's my family, Debbie. The Regals are my family. Yep, I love those. And I always tell new stampers when they can't decide on what colors to use is to think about their closet. What are the colors hanging in your closet? Because those are the colors that you're drawn to. And then they know which color family to start with. Thank you so much, guys, for coming and hanging out with me. I so appreciate it. And I really hope you did enjoy the video tonight. If you did, please, please, please give me a thumbs up and leave me comments, which you are doing right now. I appreciate that. Of course, I will be drawing for a winner for the card on next Tuesday's video. So make sure you come back then to see if you won. And you will even get to take your pick, whichever one you would like. And then I will be live on Thursday morning on my Facebook page, which I'll put a link to below as well. And you can hop over there and check us out. I'm doing coffee and cards at 10 Eastern Standard Time, Thursday morning. And if I don't see you before, have a fabulous Easter, be safe, and enjoy your foods. Thanks, guys. Take care. Bye.